A word for our listeners. Season 2 of Masks of Nyarlathotep is set in the 1930s and 40s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It's not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Nerds Domain gaming podcast. Join us each week as our commandos uncover the corruption of the mythos in World War II. Starring Johnny Brown, Ed Maudlin, Chris Dunn, and Matt Quiett, with John Quiett running the table as keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed Nazi cultists await you just beyond this music. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Nerds Domain presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm Matt, and I'm here, of course, with John.
Hello.
And Ed.
Howdy.
And Rob.
Hello.
Our newest player.
I love how the intro says that.
Look, I'm working on it.
That you're going to hear these. That you're going to be greeted by crazed cultists and dark, whatever demons or whatever, and then you're like, "Hey, everybody, I'm Matt." Blah blah blah.
It's a
Recruiting
tool
tactic
that you use for keeping things light in the darkest of times.
Oh.
It's like making fun of you when I have to look at you.
Oh. Right. That is difficult
Exactly
for anybody. I assure you.
So I'm gonna.
Is my headshot on anywhere on the Nerd
Not
Domain?
yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Have you provided a headshot to the
No,
website?
I have a perfect one.
Oh,
No,
I bet
of you
do.
dancing.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that.
I deleted that. Never
And
mind.
terrifying.
Take that back.
That is equally amusing and terrifying to anyone who views it.
So John, I'm gonna hand this over to you
Excellent.
to run the game. There are wolves.
There are wolves.
Okay.
Go ahead. How was that?
Yeah, like that. Ed's a better wolf.
So when last we left our silent but deadly commandos, they were being silent in the woods.
Not very deadly.
Not
Not
very deadly.
Yet.
But there's nothing to shoot at yet except each other. You want to? It's an option.
I'm not really ready to frag my commander yet. So
No?
no.
He hasn't given you enough BS orders. So
I mean, maybe that pickup line. Anyway,
so you were out searching for one of your lost men. A Corporal Wells had vanished from a supply run,
Wells.
and you suspected he was off in the woods somewhere.
Okay.
You had set up camp, and we were dawn of the next day, headed out to search for him.
Yeah. We'll head out and search for him.
Cool. So what's the plan of attack?
We're gonna march out into the woods and look for him
Okay.
in an appropriate manner for tracking somebody down that's missing in the woods.
Since Captain Kauri Loveridge actually has tracking, training, and skills, you succeed the orders to do, or give the order to do that.
Yep,
I
lead the way.
imagine.
And shall I bring up the rear of this column as we're searching down the trail?
We should actually spread out a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of me in the middle, and then two of you off. I don't know, 10, 15
Like
feet
a
either
wedge
side.
form.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way, if he's not right in front of us, we'll still probably see him if he's fallen in the snow or something.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so you guys do that. Go ahead and give me a tracking roll there. Leverage?
Nope.
No.
Negatory.
Okay.
Should I do a spot hidden?
You can
or-
try.
I can try. Something tells me there's nothing to see here. 51, I make it.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and try.
Yeah.
I do not make it.
Sure. Yeah, so you don't pick up any trail,
Okay.
unfortunately, of your guy. There's no evidence that he's there, but you are able to find that deer path, and there are signs, trail markings that a human has clearly placed. So it's possible there's a hunter or a farmer or something in the woods nearby that, at this point you were unaware of because he doesn't come to town that often or something that might know more about the woods.
Backwoods Belgian hunter. Got it.
Yes.
Right.
This isn't going to go bad.
I'm picturing a banjo playing
Yeah.
Belgian.
Yeah.
But instead of a
He's got
banjo,
the
it's
little-
a big waffle.
He's got the little
Yes.
black mustache curled up. What's that detective?
Poirot.
Yeah. Detective
Oh.
Poirot.
Hercule Poirot.
Except he's wearing, hunter's cap instead of the nicely pressed suit.
I was thinking Inspector Clouseau from the Pink
He's
Panther.
he's French. We're in Belgium.
We're in Belgium.
That's a
Yeah,
thing.
totally different. Yeah.
That's a thing with Perot.
Are we sure it's
He's-
not just Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Could be.
Belgian.
Could
That's all
be.
the Belgians I know.
I-
Or a bunch of waffles.
I actually know some Belgian people who are like regular
Regular everyday people.
Joes. Yeah. One of them works. Or Jacques. as the case may
Regular
be.
jocks.
Yeah. They're actually from the Flemish part of Belgium, where they speak a form of-
Flemish?
Flemish, which is a form of Dutch, much closer in relation to Holland, Netherlands Dutch.
You're going to need to push
than
your
German.
glasses up on your nose for that.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's actually much closer to
I'd like to point out that I'm one of the two people at the table who doesn't wear corrective eyewear.
Actually, Rob, you were out of the room. Rob has contacts.
You have
in.
contacts?
Yeah.
I am the only
I'm
one at
just
the
a
table
liar.
who doesn't have corrective eyewear.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
So,
enough. Fair enough.
That doesn't mean I'm not a giant nerd. I get it. It's fine.
So doing all that tracking and hunting around has taken you to about lunchtime.
Sure.
Do you want to head back to
I
the
assume
camp?
that we brought some sort of like
That's what I'm asking.
rations with us, like even
Are
if it's
you-
hardtack.
Right.
That would be
Is-
rational.
But are you going to go head back to your temporary base camp? Or are you going to
Commander?
Is snow still falling, or is it stopped? For
Yeah,
the,
snow's still coming down.
we may want to head back to the base camp just so we don't get stuck out here. Well, then again, we don't want to have to.
How far
retrace
away
all
are
this-
we?
About half a day's walk.
Yeah, you've been searching since
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Morning.
That was
No, I mean, no, it's
To lunch.
perfectly
Yeah.
reasonable.
Well, yeah, but
response, yeah.
we probably were taking extra time with the tracking, so it won't take as long to get back.
right. If you just hoof it straight back, it wouldn't be
let's-
that long.
That's probably we'll break here for a midday snack with
There you
the stuff we have on us, and then we'll head back in
Okay.
maybe
Few
2
more
or 3 more hours.
Sounds good.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the plan? Just keep searching?
keep searching.
Sure.
Okay.
I thought you meant for lunch. I'm like,
No.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
Uh,
what are
yeah.
you eating?
Some jerky,
Lightly,
biscuits,
lightly toasted bread.
Yeah.
Vichyssoise and some toast points.
Gonna
tea in a flask.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So yeah,
We
you
might be
guys,
soldiers, but we're not savages.
So you guys keep searching
Yep.
and searching and
searching.
Yeah, and the day goes by without any further signs of your missing man. Again, you're probably much closer to that hunter.
Mhm.
If you want to check in with him, you
Yeah.
can follow his trail.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I follow his trail.
All right. So yeah, you walk. You're headed there, and in a little while you find a small rustic cabin, reasonably well appointed. Smoke coming out of the chimney.
Okay.
Furs tacked to the
Yeah.
tacked up on the door. Hunting lodge, through and through, exactly what you'd expect. But nobody in sight. There's a clear trail of someone having walked around. Again, a couple days ago,
Yeah.
but the new snow is filling in that trail. It looks like
Okay.
he's hunkered in for the storm or, the heavy snow that's coming.
Okay.
Or is there now. So what do you want to do?
I guess the polite thing would be to knock on the door,
Kick it in. Pepper the room with bullets.
throw a grenade in.
Yeah. Yeah. See, he's
That's
getting the right idea.
Why you brought the grenades? Listen,
Yeah.
we've seen some stuff.
We'll go knock on the door.
And some
Okay.
things.
New drinking game for this. It's every time one of us says we've seen some stuff, you take a drink. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be our brand of drinking
Seriously,
game.
that's why like every third or fourth episode of this, I sound just completely unintelligible because I am drinking through these.
That's true. That's true.
So he he answers the door and says hello, and he clearly has a hunting rifle.
Does he say that in English?
No,
Okay.
but you guys-
Buongiorno.
yeah, buongiorno.
That would be Italian.
Yes, I know.
Okay. We're not in Italy.
No,
Okay.
but
Well,
Not
he
that-
might be Italy.
He might be Italy.
Yeah.
He
All
might be
of
the
it.
whole.
Just a
country of
giant
Italy.
boot.
well,
standing
not
in
all of
front
him.
of
It's
us.
just the
Did,
boot.
did we just find Mussolini?
Oh no!
It's on the other side of the mountains.
Okay.
My name is Captain Loveridge, Captain McKenzie, and Commander
Wow, you're
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn.
jumping right out there in front of your commander. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean the commander doesn't talk unless he has to. I did knock. We're kind of looking for one of our men who's gone missing, a Corporal Wells.
Also, there's been some children in the area gone missing. Did we get names on those children?
Yes.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Johann and
Gretel,
Charlotte.
Jacob
and Gretel.
Jacob and Thibault, because I just pulled up a
Okay.
Belgian name generator.
Jocko and Theo.
Thibault.
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 Pretty
Probably
sure those are
Thibault.
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Depends
Okay.
how
I took a
American
semester-
you are.
I took a semester of
Yeah.
French. I think I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I can't count to 10 anymore in French, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
there you go. That
Here to
sounds
help.
right.
I'm here to
I
help.
would have lost it on Noof. I would not have remembered Noof.
Anyway, yeah, so you tell him that
Yeah.
the children are missing, your man is missing,
Yeah.
and he tells you, he says, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I knew the families of the children from the town. My name is Mikhail
Kyle Dusterhouse.
Dusterhouse.
Doosterhouse? Is this
Doosterhouse.
Wow. Okay.
Dusterhouse.
Came
good
up
name.
twice on the.
I can't say anything about Loveridge then, I guess.
You really can't. Yeah.
Is this chalet the Deuster house?
No, this would be Dooster.
Ah.
We have come to Dooster. This is Mikhail Dooster House.
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what I can do to help you. I haven't seen anything.
Have you been active the last couple of days?
I haven't left the house this morning, but I just made a trip to town 2 days back.
Have you... So we found the corporal's scarf, what we believe is the corporal's scarf, about however far down
Sure.
down the road. Looked like it had blown there. Looked like it came off of what I assume is your deer trail to the road. That's kind of how we got here. Just trying to figure out, would there be a cave around here somewhere, or some other buildings out this way that he might be holed up in because of the snow, or
There are lots of caves, and he points off in the direction that you would, have eventually
Yeah, yeah.
gone to
Yeah.
search.
Also, I don't think we're far enough into the mountains for that, but are there also any crevasses that he may have fallen into?
He would have to go out pretty far
Yeah, like I said.
from here. Not saying it's impossible, but I mean, some of the caves can be dangerous. He may have, fallen off of. It's possible that he could have walked over the edge.
okay.
So, Dooster House confirms that there are caves that he could have hidden in to avoid the storm, but he hasn't seen anything personally. He hasn't been into Weppeler either in the recent days. He had not heard the news that the children had gone missing.
Have you had much trouble from the wolves in the area?
I mean, they're wolves. They're not. They haven't been especially active.
They're wolves, not fishermen.
Wolf Fishman.
Yeah.
Wolf
Wolf Fishman.
His first name is Wolf.
Yeah.
Last name Fishman. Wolf Fishman.
That's my cousin.
He's like Wolf Blitzer.
Yeah. I mean, they obviously they are hunting the same foods that I am.
Okay.
So I would say, sure, I've had encounters, but nothing out of the ordinary. They don't usually attack people, but it's happened.
Have you seen anything else odd in the area in the last week or so?
To be honest, the oddest thing is, your presence.
3 soldiers coming
Yeah.
up to your cabin? Okay.
3 heavily armed
Well,
soldiers.
And I mean, the presence of soldiers in general.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get a lot of news out here, but, we know what's going on.
Are we inside the cabin right now?
He didn't invite you in, no. You're standing out in the snow.
I'm going to look over to
Nice.
the camp commander, not saying anything, just look over at him. Like, have we covered everything? Do we need to...
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for your time, sir.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So I'll, guess we'll turn around and walk away.
Done here? Walking away?
I guess.
I'd love to get inside this guy's cabin.
Well,
Can I roll idea for anything we might have missed asking?
Sure.
No. Oh, wait. Nope.
Idea?
Idea. Very top box, under your pencil.
I rolled a 1.
Mazel tov. I failed.
I rolled a 1
I failed on an 80.
under 70. So, do I get any
What-
ideas?
Well, idea is not a just because you rolled it, I have to give you something check. What are you thinking about that you want answers on?
I want to know if those missing kids are inside his cabin.
So you would like an idea about how to get yourself invited in?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got a fire going.
It's very
Nice and toasty in there.
It's
Yep.
very cold out here, and we've been camped out in this snow for.
Would it be all right if me and my men just came in, warmed up a little? The snow's coming down pretty hard, and our camp's pretty far away. Just a few minutes.
You guys are all British, right?
Well,
British adjacent.
We're of the British Empire, yes.
Yes.
we're all in British
um,
uniform.
So I imagine one of you's probably got some tea on hand.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
You could offer up like, hey, if you'll give us a pot of boiling water, we'll
Yeah.
share tea with you.
Tea, probably tobacco of some description.
Okay.
Yeah.
So offer, fair trade for hospitality and all that. Yeah. So he kind of thinks about it for a minute. He's like, yeah, fine, come on in. And you enter, and
Okay.
basically he's got a 1-room cabin.
Okay. Nothing.
Hastily covered over.
No, big bearskin
I'm-
rug in the center.
I'm rolling a spot hidden. 25. Under 65.
Yeah, nothing jumps out at you. This looks like a normal place.
Does he have
normal.
any skins or anything up, like curing
yeah.
or anything, or would
Oh,
they
you
be
mean like currently working on?
yeah?
Yeah. There's not here, not in this house.
Yeah.
There, now that you're inside, you can see through to a window out the back. He has a
Tanning shack.
that's the word. Thank you. Tanning shack that
Okay.
there's again, the path was dug at
Yeah,
one
yeah.
point through the snow, but it's been filled in. So his story of having not left the house kind of passes cursory inspection.
Okay.
You could go out and check it yourself, but
I'll wait until at least we warm up, quote unquote.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
So he puts a kettle on over the fire, gets the water boiling.
So
Pours-
how long you been out here?
Whole life. My parents, had this place, and he points up. He has a lofted area.
Mhm.
Says, used to live up there, and then considered going into town and finding my trade, and but I just decided that this was the right place for me, and
Yeah. If the lifestyle fits.
right,
you
and
stick
then
with it.
and then I met my wife, and my stupid computer.
Oh, her name. That's a weird name. My stupid computer.
Yeah.
It's German.
Yeah.
It's very long.
Yeah. Mein stupid. Elise, I met her in town, and we were married for 25 years, and then she passed away. It's illness, and I just, I been out here my entire life. It's a simple life, a good life.
Okay. So I'll
Yeah.
appropriately have tea and whatever and warm
Sure.
myself by the fire and
Anybody have any other ideas, things they want to do?
I want to check out that tanning shack. I don't know. I don't trust this guy.
Sure.
And maybe it's just because he's a guy who showed up in the story. But
That happens.
yeah,
I assume that you don't have indoor plumbing. How cold is your outhouse?
It's not a drafty outhouse,
Okay.
but it's an outhouse.
Would you mind if I better than
no,
relieving
yeah.
myself in the
Sure.
Arctic wind?
Yeah. So he shows you to the back door,
Yeah.
and good 20, 30 yards out there, whatever is completely reasonable.
Yeah.
Is out there.
When he's like pointing out and looking out that way, I will motion at him, and then down at the floor. So hopefully the two guys are watching.
Yeah.
him, so they catch what I'm doing.
So we can.
I'm telling them to keep him occupied in here, not looking out back.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me now.
Okay.
Oh no, I
Okay.
and I was planning to do that kind of anyway.
No,
Sure.
good.
knock him to the ground.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Got it.
Tackle
Nail-
him.
You wanna
Let
like
the
hold his-
bodies hit the floor.
Right.
So I will head out towards the. I assume the outhouse is in the same general-ish
Oh
direction.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like tanning house, outhouse.
You put all the things that smell really bad in the same area,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and tanning houses aren't
I
pleasant.
probably set my gun down inside. Like, I'm not carrying my Tommy gun, but I should have. I do have an entrenching tool on me, so I will keep that.
I mean, you have a handgun too, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean, who uses a handgun? Yeah, I do.
Don't forget the grenades.
I do have those. I do.
Yeah,
have
which are
those.
great.
Just drop one.
Close quarters self-defense weapons.
Drop one in the latrine as a distraction.
So, I'll
Do
get.
not go in there.
I'll get to the point where, I'll follow the path. If the path clearly diverts to the tanning shack, I'm just gonna go with the path. Yeah, I know it's been snowed over, but
Yeah, I mean, well, like he dug a path out
okay.
in the snow, but yeah, it's like they're not right next to each other. Good.
Well, I would assume there
10
was one path that went out, and then
One
it
path that goes
splits.
out, one and veers off to the left to the tanning house and continues straight to the outhouse.
You know what? I will quickly walk to the outhouse and walk back, and then walk to the tanning. So it looks like if he looks out just as a cursory, it looks like somebody has walked to the outhouse.
Sure.
And it's shut.
And I mean, in snow. Okay, yeah, and then so your footprints are fresh.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, it's going to be fresh to the tanning house too.
but
But-
then, but
but
there's
at
that
least he
curve
doesn't-
and that much snow on the ground.
Yeah.
he can't see
Yeah.
the path to the tanning house.
Okay. Yeah. So I
So-
will go to the tanning house after I make that
Okay,
quick little fake path.
sure.
Is it locked?
It is barred. Simply,
Oh, okay.
it's
It's latched.
latched. There's a word for it. It's latched so that animals cannot easily
Right,
open the
right.
door, but any person who walks up could easily open it and get in.
Can I listen at the door?
Sure.
I don't know that I'll succeed.
Could a fish person open the door?
A fish person could open the door. They are intelligent enough to figure out the latch.
What about Wolf Fishman?
No, Wolf Fishman is a genius.
He is going to be the boss.
There is no lock currently in existence in World War II era Earth that Wolf Fishman can't overcome.
Have you been in a terrible biological accident? Call Wolf Fishman.
It wasn't as funny before. Now it's funny.
Let's come back
We gave him a first name, and now it's funny.
Oh, good
Corporal
night.
Wolf Fishman.
Corporal Fishman,
So I'm
attorney at law.
I'm gonna unlatch
I'm
the
making
door.
a T-shirt for that.
You
We need to
should.
sell that.
I'm all for extra shirts that we can put up on the store.
Yes.
Have I told you about these T-shirts?
Yeah.
I will unlatch the door and open it just enough to, or I failed on my listen.
Listen, yeah.
But
no,
I will
it's-
unlatch the door and open it just far enough to see in,
Sure.
just a cursory look,
Yeah.
and then if I don't see anything right away,
I mean,
I'm tanning stuff.
right. It's
Right.
in the gray, cloudy light that you got in this this afternoon. It's normal.
I'll pull out my torch.
Yeah.
And flash it in, and then kind of open it and stick my head in a little and just look around.
You see a hat that is definitely British in origin, like what?
Bowler.
No,
An Irish driving cap.
yeah. The British soldiers wore the
Helmets?
no
It's a very threatening looking cap.
the basic hat,
Like the
it's a
beret?
beret, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
That's
it
the
also
word.
has a saucer of tea next to it.
The
Right.
British did actually wear berets as well.
Yeah.
Ed. It's not just a French. It is a French hat.
Actually.
Actually, Ed, what happened was
Actually pronounced Barrett. Thank you.
Barrett. John.
Oh my
Barrett.
God, they probably do pronounce it that way, don't they?
Like a fillet of fish.
Right, exactly. Or herb, because there's an effing H in it.
An effing H.
Well, you
So-
told me I can't say the F word.
like the the
Oh,
narrow
airman cap.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
They're
Oh.
airman's caps.
Right.
Oh,
that's
like a Burger King hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Steak and shake.
you mean
Steak and shake. That's what I meant.
Steak and shake.
Yeah, Burger King
I
has
was
crowns.
gonna
Yeah.
say Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme, same thing. Same,
Yes.
same
So I find a British crown on the floor. Burger King hat, right?
Yes.
Found the crown
Jewels just laying
Found
next
the
to a
Hope
discarded
diamond.
deer. Yeah.
Crown, scepter, and orb.
Back to the story.
So, I will walk in. I'm going to go in, yeah.
Okay.
And-
So I mean, it's basically a shed. This room is probably a little bigger than the old overall
Okay.
area.
Pull my gun and, is it just kind of sitting on the floor or what?
It's up on a bench. It's in a work area, like a clean work area.
Okay.
It's
oh, God. He's going to
oh.
be hanging, like from a meat hook or something.
you would have noticed it by now.
Okay.
There is a deer carcass that is being
Bled.
salted and
Yeah.
Cured.
cured. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but if there was a human body in this room, you would notice it unless it's been, transformed in some way.
Dismembered.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the hat it looks old. It's not right for the time frame
Okay.
that we're talking about for it to belong to
Wills.
your missing corporal Wells.
Wells.
Yeah, I mean it's the right kind of hat for the time, but it's not. It's too old to have been his hat from 2 days ago. It's beat up. It's not something somebody would wear.
I'll like the cap. The cap is old.
It's beat up and old. Like if he had been, he would not pass inspection
Okay.
if he was wearing that cap.
Does the cap have rank signs on it or anything?
I don't know.
Okay.
It is proper in every way other than being
Okay.
old and beat up. If it should, it does.
Okay. I'll look around again in the room.
Yeah.
See if there's anything else I notice.
Okay. So while you were doing all that, we're gonna sort of time jump backwards back into the house. How do you guys keep him distracted?
I had the idea that I'm going to ask him about the families of the missing children to see if we could find any information that might help locate where they are.
And I will position myself by casually walking over to whatever window he might approach to look out and see him, so I
Sure.
can sort of keep him away.
Sure. There's a larger or more standard sized window and a window in the back door that is a little smaller.
Okay.
So I imagine you'd be by the back door or by the regular sized window.
Yeah, I will
'cause-
position myself
yeah.
in such a way that I could probably tackle him if he started running for the back door.
Yes. So yeah, because you guys could see the tanning house
Yeah.
through the window. So that would be your
Right.
position is
Yeah.
back by the window.
Yep.
But well within tackling distance of the door. So yeah. So he tells you no. I mean, as far as the families go, the Jacob's family, his father's the shoes. Forget the word now. Cobbler. Thank you. Bad with words. And then Thibault, his father runs Thibault. His father runs the general store in town. Both stand-up men at church every Sunday. Couldn't say a bad word about him other than, the guy that owns the general store is a little, likes to pad his prices every now and then. But he's a businessman. I guess I can't fault him for trying to make a buck here and there. But nothing too crazy. He doesn't gouge. It's just I feel like sometimes he could charge less for his goods.
And there's no feuds in the town, no...
Well, I don't like to talk about things that I'm not really involved in.
Ooh, gossip.
Yeah,
Literally spilling tea.
literally. I mean, the priest and... Sorry, turning back to my name generator. There's an old woman, Nadia Coppins. She's her family has a history of they take care of people. They're not doctors, but they know the herbal remedies, the old ways. The priest doesn't like her, and he hasn't come out and accused her of witchcraft, but that's if there's any, there's sides. People take sides in the argument, but that's the source of the biggest drama this town has. Is a feud between the old lady that, like I said, no one said the word, but witch, and the priest.
So do either Jacob or Theobald's father or mother fall down on either side of that in a significant way?
Well, like I said, the two men, the fathers, are stand-up members of the community business. They do business in the community. They have to keep up appearances. I know Nadia. She's not a witch. She's just an old woman who's set in her ways, and doesn't agree with some of the things the priest has said. She had, I think the story goes that there was an illness going through town, and the priest wanted everybody to pray to get it, for God to deliver us. And Nadia had a fix, and had the answer, and she wasn't diplomatic about it. So that's where the feud started. So I've seen the children's mothers, at Nadia's Nadia's house, picking up herbal remedies. We get a doctor comes through every once in a while and does things less often in the winter months. Most of the time it's not a problem. And like I said, we got Nadia to help out if there's a doctor not available. But yeah, the fathers show at least, they show support to the priests
Yeah.
in public, but I don't think it's a real issue between them.
Mm.
I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not in town
Yeah.
every day, so who knows? Any other questions? If that scene is,
Well, I mean, I'm going to keep asking questions.
yeah,
In character
Sure.
to
yeah.
keep them talking. But
And since you've been here for a little bit, weeks, you may not have known about Nadia, but the priest is a little outspoken. He's definitely got an axe to grind with somebody. So everything he's saying tracks for you.
okay.
But other than that, nothing of real note
Yeah.
comes out. So what do you do out there in the tanning house?
I mean, there's nothing out here
No?
that I can see. I'm going to go over to the outhouse just to make sure there's nothing right there.
Sure.
Real quick, open it, look in, close it.
Like you just open the door and look inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a wee.
I don't need a wee.
Okay.
Us New Zealanders, we go once a day. No, that's not true. That'd be terrible. Yeah, just check it out real quick.
Okay.
But-
Not going to look inside the toilet? The hole in the ground?
yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Give me spotted.
No.
Nothing. Okay. So
I really need that my spot hidden.
You
do
really.
you?
Why do I have a feeling there's something in the outhouse?
I don't know.
Because it would be funny.
It would be funny.
well, there's something in the outhouse you
Yeah.
can see, but I'm not going to tell you what that is.
That's all right. Go back to the house, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, just give me a hint. Is it poop?
It could be poop.
Did you look in the bowl? I guess I'll look in the bowl. Roll spot hidden. God, seriously?
It's dark in there. You didn't take a light.
Yeah.
I have a flashlight.
You shine your flashlight down the hole.
Yes.
Torch.
Torch. I have a torch.
Shine your torch down the hole.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a big pile of shit there.
Yeah, you are a something. Wow. Do you think that Wolf Fishman would support me in a case of against family?
Elder abuse.
Well,
yeah, totally.
Well, at this point, I mean, wouldn't it be sort of like suing God? I mean,
It's true. It's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's true.
Under the circumstances.
So, what's your next course of action?
Go back to the house. I don't know. I'll walk back in the house, wait for him to not wait for Mr.
You see Captain McKenzie in the window.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll kind
you
of
wanna,
like knock I'll tap the door lightly so he moves and then I'll open it.
oh well,
I'm not gonna
he's
just
at the
plow into
window.
him.
Oh, he's
Oh.
at the window.
Out the
of
window,
the door.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
You can come back in the door, no problem.
Yeah, I just walk in
Okay. Yeah. So
and then wait for Mikkel to not be looking at me, and one of them, and I'll just be like, nothing,
okay.
motion, nothing.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, I think that'll.
I think the best thing to do is just drop 2 grenades, shut the door, and run. No, I'm a little.
I'm in
stumped as
favor.
to-
I drop my grenades as well.
I'm a little stumped as to what to do next. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. All right. So
Well,
back to temporary base camp by the truck.
What do you think, Commander, Wing Commander?
Unless you wanted to take a look at the area.
Do you want me to go stick my head in the outhouse?
Well, and, I just remember when we were talking earlier, you had mentioned that you wanted to do some searching too.
You did.
I did?
Yeah.
Yep.
I did.
Yeah.
You said it, but then he did
so-
it.
yeah.
So
So
if
he
you want
did it,
to,
yeah.
if you want to follow up,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Why don't we all use the restroom before we get on the road? Because I'm not turning around again.
Because pooping in the woods is just not an option, apparently.
You're too classy.
I'm just saying, if it's so cold that it's snowing like this, nobody wants to poop in the
Nobody
woods.
wants to, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. Sure. If you want, if you're ordering me to go take a whiz, I'll go take a whiz.
Johnny, let me ask you a question. Why do outhouses play so prominently in all of your stories?
Because you guys keep asking about him.
I say blame the players.
Yeah.
Blame the
Blame
players.
the victims.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, it was convenient the one time. I think it's only been mentioned once before. You were in a city the first time. There was no outhouses.
That's true.
You had plumbing the first adventure.
Okay.
So anyway, you gonna make a run?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Make a run.
Sure. I'm gonna go make tinkle.
Is that the phrase that we're using to describe this as make a run?
Well,
He's going to search for secret hidden places in the outhouse and tanning house.
Okay.
It's making a run, searching.
Listen, those MREs just wreak havoc on my system. So yeah, I'm gonna go make a run.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I'll go check out the outhouse,
Okay.
and I'm gonna spot hidden on it. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Did you use your flashlight?
I see a big pile of poop. That's all I see.
Yep. What about the tanning house?
I'll head over to the tanning house.
Sure.
Sure.
What'd you do with the hat?
I left it.
Okay.
There's no reason to steal that hat.
33.
Yeah. So yeah, you go in the tanning house. There's a deer that's been broken down, getting dried out, and you find a corporal's flight cap.
Okay.
Like I said, it's old and not something you would wear to pass inspection.
That I'm figuring Captain Loveridge saw and didn't think anything more of it. So
Did you pick it up and inspect it?
Did I? No.
No. Okay.
No.
I mean, so yeah, it's laying there. It doesn't
so
look
I don't see
disturbed.
anything. So I don't see anything that he didn't see.
Not that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing that
Jumps out at you.
gives me pause. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Go back in the house.
Okay.
All right. Does a wing commander need to go?
Might as well.
Okay.
And at this point, what's his name again?
Mikhail or
Mikhail.
Mike
Mikhail
Dusterhouse.
Dusterhouse. Herr Dusterhouse is probably like, your men have very weak bladders.
Well, we have been hiking in the woods for the past day and a half.
Yeah.
And we're proper British officers.
Well, some of us are.
If that's your story and you're sticking to it.
One of us is Canadian.
Huzzah!
A
A
one.
one on spot hidden.
Sure. Where
The latrine, because I'm not gonna go to the
Yeah.
tanning house.
no, it's he's been using his latrine. He's pretty regular.
Yep.
It's all good.
It's hard in this day and age.
He's got a solid diet of roughage.
All he's eating is deer meat. I mean, it's gotta.
Oh my
I'm
god.
just going to point out one time I said there was a tanning house out back. You were the one who asked about the outhouse.
That's true.
You invented the
Look,
outhouse.
I would feel really dumb if we get 6 weeks from this and you're like, so why didn't you check the outhouse, man? I don't know. Why didn't I check the outhouse?
told you there was a tanning house. That was,
I looked.
Yeah.
I looked in the tanning house.
And you got the information needed from that. So yeah, it's everything looks normal.
I mean, should we ask about the corporal cap?
Yes.
I
Let's
mean-
admit that we broke into his tanning house.
Fair enough. Although, to be fair, he's an imaginary character. I'm not going to lose any sleep. if this ends in bloodshed,
I made an honest mistake. I thought the tanning house was a latrine. You may want to air that out a bit
and
first.
they both smell like garbage. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't
If you
know,
want to bring it up, go right ahead. I'm not.
is it a Belgian custom to cut the moon in the door like it is here in America?
Well, he said it's not drafty.
It's not drafty.
You are the game master
Right.
and the one who knows all about these outhouses.
Okay.
So I think
Yeah.
it's, I think it's
So, yeah, that's. I'm not sure what else to tell you.
All right.
That's where you stand.
okay. So yeah, it's
I'll take maybe a quick look around the back of the house.
Okay.
Like look behind the tanning house.
Yeah.
Look behind the.
That it's snow almost up to your knees, except for that path that he clearly has carved.
okay. So you know that opening scene in Inglourious Bastards? I feel like we are just really incompetent Hans Landas right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
One of us needs to start smoking a pipe and ask for some milk.
Yes. Exactly.
Because it's been a while. I don't remember how that worked out.
There were Jewish people hiding under the floorboards,
Oh, yes.
and
Okay.
Shoshana ran away.
Yes, I remember that now. So, that's... Yeah, so you head back to camp?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, it's a long, kind of arduous hike back. You get there.
Men are dead? Missing?
Well, one is missing. Yes, you notice that one of the guys.
Wait, dude. Wait, whoa. Hold on. Are you reading his mind, or did you just?
No,
figure
this
that
is
out?
it was inevitable. We didn't find anything in the woods. We were going to come back. He's
Okay.
going to give us another clue. It's probably going to be a missing or dead soldier. Go ahead.
Okay,
You're
fair enough.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're predictive. I'm saying thank God he's giving us something because I don't know where else to go from here.
Right. We keep combing the woods and rolling
Yeah,
dice and rolling
right,
dice
yeah.
and rolling dice.
Yeah, no. There's one guy, the guy that drove yesterday, that reported the missing corporal.
And is murdering them, obviously.
Could be. He's the only one there. He says, Halford left. He just walked off into the woods.
What? Can we see any
Oh
kind
yeah.
of when?
Like an hour after you guys left.
Oh, jeez. Like,
Okay.
did he say anything?
No. I tried to chase him
Is this
down.
this isn't one of our guys. This is one of his guys.
Yes.
Okay.
The guy who drove the truck to the supply depot and came back, then drove you guys back, reported the guy missing. I tried to chase him down and get him to come back, but Halford wouldn't do it. He just took off running in the woods.
Did he
And
say anything?
No, didn't say a word. It just we set up camp. We were warming up a can of beans to eat. He
It's
just
always a can
stood
of
up.
beans.
I mean, they're so portable.
That's true.
They're flavorful and full of calories and portable.
And musical.
That
That too.
So yeah, no, I was warming up the beans for us. We were sitting here warming ourselves by the fire. He stood up, walked away, and like I said, you can see two sets of tracks out into the heavier snow.
Two sets of track. Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Chasing him.
yeah, and
Did he take his gun?
yes, he took all of his equipment except for the stuff to camp.
Which direction does it lead?
Sort of back up the road towards base camp, but then off the other side of the road.
Okay.
It hits a little hill, and that's as far as
Yeah.
your man went.
What do you want to do, Captain or Commander?
what time is it?
Let's see. So you lunch. It's nearing sunset, like in the next hour or two.
And
Yeah.
he's been gone for
All
Most
day.
of the
10
day.
or 12
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
Still snowing.
Still snowing.
We're gonna lose that track. if
Is
we
it
don't go after
light?
it.
Is the snow lightning at all, or is
No.
it still? And we need to go after him because it's in a couple hours. That trail's gonna be
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we fire up the truck?
I don't know that the truck's gonna do us any good.
He did go right off the road.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Let's.
Okay.
What time did the first corporal Wells? When did he disappear?
It was in the evening because it's a 6-hour drive
Okay. Yeah.
to the town to the depot. 6 hours back.
And the kids, one of them went missing middle of the night.
Yep.
Is there any kind of pattern I can see there?
Give me an ID roll.
19 under 70.
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Because you also don't have an exact time for. Well, yeah. So the first kid went missing. The two kids that are missing were at night. The first corporal went missing evening, and this guy went missing during the day. Yeah.
Okay.
So nothing's coming together yet.
Okay. All right. I'll start headed that way. I assume we're all three
Yeah.
going. Are we should we take the other soldier with us just in case?
Yeah, I don't think we should leave him alone
Mhm.
because now it's suspicious. Two people have disappeared under his
Watch.
watch. Yeah.
Do you say that in front of him?
not in front of him, but off to the side.
Okay.
Among, I say it to you because, frankly, I don't really know this guy either.
Yeah.
You and I, we've seen some stuff. Take a drink. We've seen some stuff. We've been through the shit.
Yeah.
Literally now at this
Yeah.
point. I think you know.
I think we also take drinks when I threaten to grenade somebody, right? That's another thing.
That could be another one. Yeah.
Did we discuss the hat we found that you guys found?
Oh
Yeah, we probably would have discussed that on the way back. Like
Oh, yeah,
there
that's
was
good try- good-
there was
good
an
point.
airman's cap in there, but it was old, like old.
It was so out of fashion.
So Duster House, Duster,
Dooster House.
Dunder Mifflin.
Dunder Mifflin.
Dunder Mifflin. Was he spoke to us in German?
Yes.
German with a Dutch accent.
Belgian accent.
Yeah. Sure.
So,
Whatever.
yeah.
No, nothing that would lead me to believe that he's British.
No.
Okay.
I mean, he's also old, so
Yeah.
like, style of the hat probably would have changed from World War I to World War II.
Okay. And there
little
wasn't
bit.
really an Air Corps then.
Yeah.
There was like some dudes with some crop dusters, and that was about it. That was the Air Force then. So,
Yeah.
let's just go after the trail, and he's coming with us. Leave
Okay.
camp as it is. We can dig it out later.
What about the radio?
Bring the radio.
We'll pack it.
Okay.
I'll pack it.
Who's carrying it?
The non-officer.
The guy you suspect of murdering 2 other people.
I mean,
You want to
I'm
put
just
him in
saying.
charge of the
I'm
radio?
just
yes,
saying.
because
Well-
if he runs away, he's got to to carry a 75-pound weight.
To his credit, we don't think he killed them. We think he made them run off.
Sure.
Unless he drug the body in a way that made it look like it ran away. Which is commitment.
He's like sand people. You always travel single file.
Yeah. So, you guys follow the trail. Give me a track.
32 under 60.
Okay.
I don't have to track him.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, he goes up the hill a little ways.
Mhm.
You see the the second guy's tracks
Mhm.
right there with him. They come to the edge of the road, and there's a slight drop off as it starts to head downhill
Yeah.
a little bit. Your guy, who we should just name.
Yeah.
Give me a British name.
Bob.
William.
William. So William came to the edge of the drop off and didn't follow him down the hill at all.
Okay.
There was too much distance. He said he basically started running down the hill because
Yeah.
it's a hill, and you can see areas of indentation where he maybe like tripped and fell. Big
Okay.
places where a body could have hit the snow, and he got up and walked and
Okay.
goes off into the woods. It's getting real dark, very, pretty hard to track.
With our
here and
torches.
there with your torches.
Okay.
What's the plan here? How far do you pursue this? Really, it's
Yeah.
So
it's
we're
your
going.
call.
How steep does the hill get?
I mean, it's walkable, but you'd want to, like, in a hurry, he was clearly tripping and stumbling
Yeah.
here and there. But if you're just going to walk it, then it's fine. It's not easy, but it's fine.
How far can we see it down the hill?
I mean, it quickly gets into thick forest,
Okay.
and so the path is weaving in and around the trees. So, I don't know, 30, 40 feet out at a time.
Because I don't want to lose these tracks, but if we get too much further from the camp, we're not going to be able to necessarily make it back in time.
Time for what?
Well, time not to freeze to death.
Sure.
Kumbaya. S'mores.
So how long do you want to give it? Or how far do you want to go?
Let's get to the tree line and see
Well, I mean, like I said, you get off the road and
Okay.
you're in the tree line.
Well, yeah, but then we followed that
Yeah.
for a while. Then you said it was downhill.
Right.
Was that in a wooded?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The woods are thick in this area. So it's really, I guess it's a matter of how long do you want to walk. You've got an hour until sundown and it gets full dark.
Do we want to go to full dark?
So you just gotten 10% attrition to your whole entire force.
Yeah.
We have to figure this out, and we have to do it soon. The longer we wait, the less we're going to be able to follow these.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't like the snow, and I don't like the cold, and I'm good with walking this until we find him.
Yeah.
Jack over there is from the deep north. This is like a nice spring day for him.
I'm trying to figure out why you guys aren't wearing shorts and flip flops like me.
Right.
Right, so we'll keep following the path.
Yeah.
Okay. So it gets dark.
Mm-hmm.
You keep going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Give me another track roll.
25 under 60.
Nice. Yeah. The tracks get lighter.
From the snow?
Not so much. It's odd. Like they're
Not
they're
pressing
not yes.
down all the way?
Yeah. It's like he's getting lighter as he walks.
I will slow down and have the commander come up and look at it and point it out and explain the situation to him.
Okay.
Assuming he's never tracked anything in his life, like just not
yeah.
condescendingly, but just like explaining the fact of how this looks and why
Do
it's
we-
weird.
Do we see anything discarded, like
No.
pack tossed off, or?
No. And then you start to hear the howls of the wolves. They're very close.
Yeah.
Let's unshoulder our weapons just
Oh,
in
yeah,
case
yeah.
they.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll like I'll hold the machine gun in one hand and the torch in the other, with the idea that I can flip the machine gun and stabilize it with my wrist, not my hand.
That's going to be a slight penalty.
I
'cause
understand that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd also like to be able to see.
I understand.
Is there a moon? Clouds, I assume.
Cloud. No, it's overcast, thick carpet
Also
of.
massive canopy.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep walking, and then following the trail as best I can.
Yeah. So yeah, it's getting to the point where it's like, all of 2-inch impressions, and they're vaguely shaped like footprints now. You're thinking somehow he's almost walking on top of the snow, whereas you are, going in a good
2 or 3,
foot.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the snow just filling in the the tracks?
It's
No.
it's
different.
not snowing feet in the matter of the
Okay.
time. I mean,
Also, I'm assuming they're too crisp for that.
they just, it doesn't read right.
Okay.
It could be.
Got it.
It
Okay.
could be.
I'm with you.
This is the weird shit.
This is the weird shit. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you.
Do we lose them? Do they stop imprinting at all?
Not right here. Not the year.
That's an eventually.
Right. But this is the point where you come across the wolves.
'Kay.
They've caught up to you.
Okay.
So we need to get into initiatives.
All right. My dex is 15.
Awesome.
My dex is 14.
My dex is 10.
Cool.
So, you've played Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't need to run through how combat works. We flubbed some rules, just FYI. So, if Johnny does something combat-wise that is not quite right, it's probably because I don't do combat quite right, but we just go with it.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, like I said, a wolf, which is a very large animal, appears.
No, sir, they're medium-sized. I've read D&D books. Do you want
Right.
wolf stats?
Yeah.
Wouldn't an elephant be a large animal?
No,
There's-
actually, it's huge. It's the next category
An
up.
elephant's huge.
Horse is large.
Horse is large.
It's on the bottom. Not werewolf. Wolf.
Well, we don't know yet.
We don't know.
Don't help him. Do not assist this man.
Okay.
It could be a werewolf, man, bear, pig,
Fishman.
fishman,
Wolf fishman.
Yep.
wolf, fishman. attorney at law.
All right, so Loveridge,
Yes.
what is your...
So just a single wolf, a lone,
no,
a lone
no,
wolf,
no,
if you
no.
will.
A lone wolf appears in front of you, and then two of his pack mates appear...
Either
you know,
side,
yeah, like 45 degrees off.
and they're like growling and looking
Oh,
hungry.
yeah, they're coming at you.
I will shoot it.
Okay.
Put we'll say 4 rounds into it.
Okay.
Just into the one. That is an impale.
Nice.
So, I got to see how many hit. That's important, right?
Yep.
Oh, just one. For 16.
It goes,
Take that back for 20. It's 10 D10 plus 2 twice.
Okay.
So 20.
the first wolf goes down.
All right, I'm good.
Okay.
That's my entire round.
That's your firing round.
That's the entirety of my round. Since it was machine gun, you don't get one.
Oh, right. Cap McKenzie.
Okay.
Two more wolves appear behind you, basically.
So now there are 4 wolves surrounding us.
There's 4 wolves kind of surrounding you. Yeah.
Okay.
There are 4 wolves.
There are 4 wolves.
Yes, exactly.
I'm with you. Am I? Hold on, wait a minute. I got to figure out which weapon am I carrying. Am I carrying my Enfield or am I carrying the M29?
Probably both. Or no, the infield. The infield.
That's a single shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we never got you a proper machine gun.
Okay.
Or proper submachine gun. Because the
Am I reading this correctly that I am an 83% on that, or is my handwriting awful and I'm actually at 23%?
No, you're at
You're
83.
probably an
Okay,
83.
good.
Because you're a sniper.
Yes, of course. That would make sense. Okay, so I'm going to take aim at the wolf to the left of the one he just took out.
Okay.
All right. And I miss him.
Yep. All right. The wolves lunge. So Kauri was in the lead, and you guys were sort of in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So Kauri, 2 wolves attack you.
Sure. I feel great about this.
You should. They only have a bite 30.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Great.
See how my new Cthulhu dice do.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. That is a 6.
That is a 6.
I will attempt to dodge 2.
Nice. Wolf 2,
Aha.
91. And then we'll go to McKenzie next.
Okay.
You can attempt to dodge. So don't
37.
bother.
Don't bother because you got me.
Yep. Well, I missed. So don't bother because I missed.
Oh, okay, great.
So, and then finally, Llewellyn. I missed also.
These are some really klutzy wolves.
They
in
are.
deep snow.
Yeah.
We're just that awesome.
Right.
All right. So then, Llewellyn, you have an action.
Can I dodge wolves? When you learn that you are the one, you won't need to.
I'll go ahead and take a shot with my Welby
Okay.
at one of the ones, the one that attacked me.
Yeah.
35 out of 85.
Okay. He does not dodge. Jeez,
9
technically
damage.
I should have. 9 damage. It is hurt.
Wait a minute. One. Are you sure that it's only 9?
It's a D10.
Oh,
straight.
okay. You don't have any bonus.
It's a
on it.
pistol,
Oh, okay, got it.
but I got so many bonuses for my various trainings on the pistol that it's
Yeah. Yeah. So it is injured, bleeding out. Top of the round, or no? I guess that was first at firing. You
I
have
get
nothing.
nothing else.
Do you have multiple shots with the gun you used?
Are you looking for? Are you using your infield?
I'm using my Enfield. I've got number of attempts 1/2.
Which means you don't fire next round. You fire the
so
round after
I
that.
So you're done
Okay,
with firing.
got it.
I guess technically you could try to whack it with the butt of the gun.
Yeah, you could close combat it,
Is it close enough that I could do that?
Or bayonet it if you attach your
which would
bayonet.
still fall under
It
close
is-
combat.
Yeah, it is definitely close enough because it just
took a
tried to
bite out
bite
of
you.
you.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I'll stab at it with the bayonet.
See right there, I already messed up. I should have let them do second round because the wolves.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The wolves didn't connect.
The
It's
wolves
not a
didn't
big deal.
connect, so yeah.
Okay.
Try to do that better on
So-
actual
Yeah.
second round of
Yeah,
combat.
you'll get there.
Yeah. No, I miss.
Okay. Llewellyn.
I will take a second shot with my pistol.
Okay.
76 out of 85.
So
Yep.
that's a hit.
9 damage.
It drops.
Yay. And they're fine with us shooting them, and they don't seem to be scared.
In this brief exchange, they have not run away yet.
All right, sounds terrifying.
Can we notice anything? I mean, do they look like normal wolves? Do they?
Everything about them says normal wolf at this stage.
Except for the one that I killed turns into a human.
Right. No,
Are
not
they
that.
Or a fish.
particularly skinny or look underfed?
No.
Okay, that's upsetting.
Yep.
They're just angry. And
The-
I don't like them when they're angry.
right.
Now, top of the round?
Now, top of the round, at which point the large alpha shows up. Apparently, they were testing you.
Oh, good.
Okay, so we've got 3 normal-sized wolves and 1
Yes.
daddy. Got
Yep.
it. So we're
I
not.
will shoot
still
the
4 wolves.
large alpha.
Okay.
We have to
How many?
declare. We have to
Right.
declare.
I declare. So you're going to target the alpha.
I'm gonna take the one that I'm still like
Combating.
stabbing and shooting at.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm also going to line up at least one shot at the alpha.
Okay. So before we get to that, I guess, Matt, I should reiterate there is one coming at you still.
Yeah, but I'm going to put a bunch of bullets in this alpha, and hopefully the alpha drops, they run.
Okay.
I agree with your assessment.
Okay. So you're just gonna dodge the one that's
Yeah.
coming at you. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
I'm going to put
2
six,
on you, 1 on
6 shots into it.
1 on you. You don't Rob, you don't currently have a wolf on
Yeah.
you, and you do.
Mhm.
So that the alpha is coming at you, Rob,
I hit.
Commander battle.
Commander.
I hit
Yep.
with 6 shot or with 4 shots. 1, 2.
Has dodge?
Yes.
Nope.
$25 to 33.
33 damage.
Yes.
Goes down. At which point the other wolves seem to hesitate. But the alpha's down. So, yeah. Do you want to...
I'm gonna take
You-
I'm.
Well, you have the 1, 2, so you can't fire this round, correct?
Oh, I still can't fire. Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
bayonet,
every
though.
other round.
Right.
Right.
So you'll bayonet here
I'll
in a
take
moment.
I'll take a stab at the bayonet. When,
Yeah,
when my
that'll be a
time is.
moment. So then, the wolves
can
don't get to
fire,
act.
yeah.
You get to fire if
Okay.
you want to.
Can I change my target?
If
Because
you
I did
took out,
declare.
Yeah, I mean that's you. I usually like to change the
I
target.
don't think it's a big deal to.
Okay.
Oh, that one's down. You know,
Yeah, I'll aim at the other one then. And miss.
miss. So yeah, you put one in the snow.
Oh, Jon Snow, no.
Missed.
So yeah, technically, So Jack, you get to make a stab attack,
Okay.
close combat attack.
Nope.
No.
Wow. 97.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pretty much. I may have came close to stabbing my compadres.
Is that
Don't say that.
on their is critical failure?
Is
100.
It's all zeros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's close combat, so it's bayonet. It's not like he has a mouth.
Yeah. Well, I know that you can't. Is it you can't bring a skill up higher than 97%?
No, you can take it
Okay.
all the way to 99.
I might be on an old edition then.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might be.
So yeah, so the wolves at this point break off their attack and run away.
Okay. I won't
And
keep firing into
That-
that.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to
That's
let
why
them.
I missed because they were running away.
Yeah.
That's
They-
my excuse. Yeah.
They turned tail and ran.
It was
yeah.
more of an intimidation tactic.
It was. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And another thing.
You know what? That is actually a great place for us to to take a break for tonight. We will talk to you guys next week. And that will do it for us tonight on the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Remember, you can email us at nerdsdomain@gmail.com or find us over on Facebook and Twitter at facebook.com/nerdsdomain and twitter.com/nerdsdomain. You can also check out our site at nerdsdom.com. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter while you're there. You can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. We want to thank Passion Nerdly for our music. Don't forget, you can support us at patreon.com/nerdsdomain and check out our shirts at TeePublic.